I'm someone who keeps talking about being in the present, and it's not something that I keep saying, it's something that I truly believe in. And I feel it's always important to be in the present, focus in the present, because what I'm doing in the present will have an impact on the future. And you have to be slightly ahead, you have to be slightly out of the box, but at the same time, keeping it simple is something that is the key. Keep it simple, but at the same time look to improve. And that's what is something that's very important, not to throw in the towel till the result is there. Often, what we have seen in our sport also, often it happens that, a few runs are needed, the wicket is flat, they have more wickets in the dressing room. Then what happens is you tend to back off saying, okay, we have lost this game and, let's look for the next one. But what's important is still give in your best and still try to win the game from that position. And you can still get a lot of positives out of it. You think that slowly, okay, you are on track and you are started to achieve what you really wanted to achieve. But again, next stage becomes part of the process, because once you are at the top, there are people who want to catch up. They want, like, everybody wants to be at that top slot. So it's always a process, and you always have to keep improving yourself. You have to keep learning from the mistakes that you make. Even if you are at the top, you'll still commit a lot of mistakes, and those are the learning curve that actually help you in the future.
I feel, for me, most of the time is good time. Either you are learning or you're enjoying what you have learned. So it's not the ups and the downs. You lose some, you win some. When you win, you celebrate. When you lose, you learn. Either ways, I'm having a good time. It's a result that puts pressure on us. What if this happens? What if we don't win the game? What if we don't get selected? But again, worry about the controllables, and whatever the controllables are, we take care of it, we'll get the desired result. If we don't get the desired result, we'll improve. We'll change our plans, we'll execute better, and we'll get a chance to prove ourselves again. So, that's what it is. Thinking about the result never gives you a result. Yes, you may have a target in mind, but what is more important is to take care of the small steps in life. What needs to be done, what I am supposed to do, what extra I can do, and that will help us achieve the target. That's what makes you more and more successful in life, when you go through the ups and the downs at the same time.
I think I am as each and every individual is. We all feel the frustration, we all feel the irritation when things are not going our way. But what is important is, does frustration lead to anything that is good for the team? At that point of time, what I am thinking is what needs to be done. I would say that, I feel equally frustrated. I also feel angry at times. I feel disappointed. But what is important is none of these are constructive. What needs to be done right now is more important than any of these emotions. So when I get into the thinking of what needs to be, Nabi mujhe kya karna hai, what is the next thing that I can plan, who is the individual I can use. And once I get into it, I'm controlling my emotions in a much better way. So I would say I'm like everyone else. It's just that I control my emotions slightly better than some of the other individuals. It will be wrong to say that, these are something that doesn't come to my mind. Yes, I also face each and everything, but I always felt that my emotions should be under my control. And if I'm able to do that, then my thinking will be more constructive, and also it will help me think more about the process than the result, because the result can put undue pressure on the individual or as a team in the full. So I feel all these small things which fall into places which may or may not be in your control also contribute a lot. But the most important ingredient, yes, hard work is there, dedication is there, passion is there, but I felt being honest is one of the most important things. To start off, being honest to yourself. Unless you are honest to yourself, you can't be honest to others. And what it also does is, it helps you in accepting what the shortcomings are. You may not be a great player, may not be a great human being, but if you're willing to accept the shortcomings, you can always look to improve. You can go to people, you can ask for help, and there'll be people to guide you out. Whether it's your seniors, whether it's your parents, close friends, whoever those may be. And I always felt all these things really helped me keep moving ahead in life. throughout being honest towards the goal. What is the goal? The goal is not to, for me it was never to score so many runs for India. For me it was always, how we'll be able to win a game. Whether you are the captain or you're not the captain. What you want is, how much you have contributed for the team to win.
And, if let's say, if I am not an athlete, if I'm not a professional cricketer or a badminton player, but if I've played enough sport in school, it becomes like a culture, and it helps you stay fit in life. So if you have sport every day as part of your life, even after you get a employment with any institution, you will make sure you take some time out of it, so that you are going to, let's say, badminton court or a tennis court to go and play some kind of sport. So even if nothing, it helps you be fit. But as I said, if you're playing, let's say, till 4th, everybody plays sport. Let's say from class 6 onwards to 12th also, if you're participating in sport, that's the chunk of time where you learn a lot about life. And as I said, when you are in sport, you're competing against someone. You will win some, you will lose some. It will teach you about the mistakes that you have committed. It will teach you how to get out of it, how you can't get demoralized out of it. And also in life, that's what it's all about. You can't get bogged down by the losses that you have had. You always have to look up. You have to take things in your stride, and you have to accept the mistakes that you have made. A lot of times we don't accept the shortcomings that we have. No, ye theek hai, wo theek hai. But you need strength to accept that, okay, there's some shortcoming in me or my game, because that's how you improve yourself.
Well, personally, if you ask me, I feel, you have to be honest in life. You have to be honest to yourself. You have to be practical. You have to take risk in life, but at the same time, you have to be calculated. You can't just say, okay, I took a risky option at some point of time. You have to be ready for the kind of talent that's really needed to achieve what you want to achieve. But at the same time, you have to take risk in life. So for me, being honest in life is very important. Hard work that you have to put, irrespective of what your profession is. The hard work, the honesty, respecting the elders, which I feel is the key. If you don't respect the elders, be it your parents or be it anyone, it becomes very difficult to be successful in life. Being humble, when you enter, let's say, any big building, right from the first man you meet to maybe the managing director, you have to be the same to each and everyone. So that's what life is all about. Go through the difficult periods, fight it out. But if you can do it with a smile, that you'll become part of maybe the 5% persons, who can actually do it. Because at times we crib about life, about the tough period, but it's a tough period that actually make you a better human being.